Bad weather, ill health. Hello everybody, Tom here. Hope you're all well. I want to talk today about how inevitably the colder weather, the winter time, seems to make way for people being ill. And what we can try and do to stay ahead of being ill. Um, this is the time of year now where things start to get a bit colder, dark in the day, and people are getting colds, they're getting flu, they're getting uh, all manner of illnesses, and it just becomes very difficult, really, to avoid getting ill. And the biggest one for me is people coming into work who are not very well. And when I say not very well, sometimes you can have a little bit of a sniffle, not feel 100%, come into work, try and muddle through the day. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when somebody comes to work and they are absolutely flued up to the eyeballs, they're contagious, and they just won't stay at home. And then a part of me is like, yo, I don't want what you've got, stay away. And it's quite a selfish thing. And I get it, some people can't afford to have the time off work because of money. I get it. But I'd rather that you stay at home if you're feeling unwell. Because it's no good spreading the illness around the office or making other people bad. Is not ever a good thing. So this is the time of year when we find, when the weather turns cold, when a lot of us start getting ill, whether that be head cold, flu, sickness bug, whatever it may be. This is when these things are absolutely rife. And the first thing to really recognise is that it's very difficult to avoid. It's very difficult to avoid when you've got people doing like what I've just said, when they're coming into work ill and then infecting other people. There isn't really much you can do in that respect other than for your own infection control, keep washing your hands. If you've got a cold, blow your nose. If you sneeze into the crook of your arm rather than into your hands, and then put your hands all over like your keyboard, your mouse, whatever. I would say take vitamins, bit of an old wives thing, but taking vitamins will only help boost your immune system so much. I used to take a herbal remedy called echinacea when I was a younger man back in university all them years ago. And I did find it boosted my immune system quite a bit. It didn't stop me getting a cold. Nothing really can stop it. It is literally a big part of it down to your own hygiene and being lucky, really, that the odd person that comes into work ill doesn't cough or sneeze on you. It's a big task, really. But I do think we should be very mindful of our own health and how it affects other people and how it can affect other people, particularly around this time of year. If you've got like a really bad cold or some sort of viral infection, is it really worth going into work, making your colleagues bad? Are you even able to function in your job? Because if you're not, then you should 100% not be going to work. And I've done this video today to call those out who do go into work ill, but there is an element of that because it needs to be said that it's quite wrong, really, that we do it. And you would think that after COVID, that people would be more mindful about infection control. But as I've said to you before in videos, we have kind of very comfortably slipped back into the old routine of not considering how your health can impact others, how you can make people bad. And I'm not just talking about the physical health and the mental health side of things. You've got the sadness of the lack of light in the morning and in the day, which is actually known as seasonal affective disorder, which is SAD for short. You've got that, which can make people's moods quite low as well. So it can be a difficult time of year, the start of winter, and we do really need to recognise that, you know, it isn't worth sometimes making other people bad. I know everyone's financial situation probably doesn't dictate that they can have days off work, but I'm a great believer that if you're not feeling well enough to work, you shouldn't be in work, and you certainly shouldn't be going in if you're flued up to the eyeballs making other people bad. Please do reconsider your position if you're feeling like that, and think of how others may be affected. Guys, first of 3 videos this week. And say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent on my channel. Thank you kindly. First of 3, as I said, please put down in the comment section below, how do you feel about this? Is this something that you want to see more of? I don't particularly think it's worth people being in work if you're unwell, like really unwell. I'm not talking about you might have a little bit of a sniffle, you know. And I'm as guilty as anyone, because at one stage, I would have rather have gone into work and been sent home than said I'm not going in, because there's always this element of they're going to believe me and they're going to think I'm putting it on, etc, etc. I'm a great believer in you should just literally look at trying to be looking after other people's health as well as your own. Your own first, 100%, but don't be going in and making others bad if you're feeling bad as well. All right. Please, if you would, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. That'd be great. And let's hear that thumbs up go up. That'd be great. Consider giving me a thumbs up and a like. And let's hear that bell sign go ding dong, so you know when my next content's out. I'll be back in a couple of days with another video. But as always, please take care of yourselves. And bye for now.